Tomb Raider is the second attempt to bring Square Enix's iconic adventurer Lara Croft to the big screen. Written by Geneva Robertson Dwarwit and Alistar Sedans, directed by Roar Uthaug, and starring Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft, Tomb Raider is a fun, above-average action film.
What's your name?
Lara.
Surname?
Krauth.
The movie follows Lara Croft as she journeys on an adventure to find her long-lost father on a remote island off the coast of Japan, where something mysterious might be lurking. So in preparation for this review, I played through the campaign of the 2013 Tomb Raider reboot. And I found that the game was a fun, sometimes generic action game with some great action set pieces and a genuinely fun feel. And the funny thing is, you can pretty much just change the word video game and you have my thoughts on the movie. And that's not a bad thing. I loved the 2013 Tomb Raider game, and I absolutely love this movie. Coming into this movie, I knew exactly what I wanted to get out of it. Some fun, crazy action with great set pieces, fun adventure, and a pretty basic but still entertaining plot. And I got all of that. But the thing to me is, that's what the first Tomb Raider game was. I feel that some people are probably going to try and say, oh, the new Tomb Raider is much more serious, and it wasn't serious. But even the new game, I thought, wasn't that serious. Guys, there's a scene where she fights a giant 10-foot-tall samurai monster that's only weakness is you have to shoot it in the back. It's silly and fun. And this movie is not silly, but it's really fun. This is also one of the most faithful adaptations to a video game I've ever seen. This is also a surprisingly faithful adaptation to the game. The shell of the plot is the same. Lara still ends up stuck on an island that is presumably cursed by Kimiko, the Japanese goddess of death. And we still have, in some respects, the cult leader, Father Matthias, but his role has changed and the cult isn't a cult this time. But it's still got the same basic premise of she's trying to get off this island that's cursed. But they obviously make changes for it being a movie, and they all work. I never found myself complaining about any changes other than the fact that Father Matthias is now just the leader of a shady organization that I've been told is in the second game, which I haven't played yet. All of the changes they made definitely work to the movie's benefit, but they also do manage to keep what I think is the spirit of Tomb Raider, which is just, here's a fun adventure. I know the new games are considerably darker than the games from the 90s, but guys, it's fun. It's a fun adventure, and this movie really does nail that.
I think I know where my dad went.
That's right in the middle of the Devil's Sea.
It will be an adventure.
Death is not an adventure.
Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft is absolutely outstanding. She's charming, she's fierce, and she commands every scene she's in. And it's also worth mentioning that she trained to do all of her stunts herself, which at the very least shows you that she was absolutely fearless when approaching this role. And that leads to the action of the movie. It's an absolute blast. With Vikander doing her own stunts, you really get a chance to feel how intense the action is. The gun and bow fights are heart-stopping, and easily the best part of the movie is the action set pieces, with the highlight being the scene where she's walking across an old abandoned plane on top of a waterfall and the plane falls off. That is, for one thing, it's taken directly from the game, with some of it even being a shot-for-shot remake. And it is one of the most grand, exciting action sequences in that movie. It's awesome. It's so much fun. And that's what made it so great.
Can't be too careful these days. The world has gone bloody mad.
I'll take 2.
Tomb Raider is easily one of the best video game to movie adaptations I've ever seen. Its ability to stay true to the source material, fearless lead actress, and incredibly fun action sequences make for a very enjoyable experience. A 4 out of 5.